I'm Kamry.
I'm Jeremy.
And we're here with 10 by 10 to talk about young people, faith, and influence.
So I got a question for you, Kamry. How do you intertwine faith and influence?
So, as believers, we're called to influence. When Jesus came, he told us that we would do greater works, and he was supposed to be our blueprint, right? And so the way I see it is that if you are a believer, and if your faith is truly in Jesus Christ, then we are to influence. And so I say this thing, kingdom influencers. Like, I'm a kingdom influencer. And if you're a believer, you're called to influence. And so intertwining those two, not leaving it out, because a lot of people love to do one thing, but then they completely leave out God. They completely leave out faith because they think that it will bring lesser opportunities, or it's not as cool, or people, I need to hide my faith. I can just be a Christian behind the scenes. But no, faith and influence should go hand in hand. That's just my belief. But what about you?
It's interesting. I was one of those people. So when I first started Black People Eats, I struggled because I said, how can a man who eats food represent God? And I remember I wanted to let go of my page, and I called my mentor. My mentor said, you represent the kingdom by being Jesus. Show Jesus character, show up on time, treat people with love, respect, honor, fruit of the Spirit. Mm-hmm. Because I struggled with that a long time. I said, how can I be a man of God and I just eat food? How is that gonna bring people to the kingdom? It's interesting you say that, because I think our actions is what kingdom is. Fruit of the Spirit, of love, joy, peace. Mm-hmm. Are we doing those things when you go to meetings? We have these brand deals, when we're showing up on camera. And honestly, I realize those are the things that people need to see. Sometimes we represent God well through our actions, not just with our words.
That is so good. That is so good. Okay, so tell me, how do you guard yourself from negative influence on social media?
It's hard now, especially with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But for me, it's through counsel, through covering, and through community. So community, my friends, they help keep me grounded. Counsel is what I would call like my mentors. I funnel a lot of information through them. And then covering, which is my pastor and my father, my parents. I feel like you gotta have a good group of people to stay grounded, because so much information. The scripture says, guard your heart. And the heart is the mind, the will, emotions. So for me, it's really making sure I don't allow too much negative things consistently to feed into my spirit, which change my thoughts, feelings, and then actions. What about you?
So for me, I will be honest, it has been a struggle in the past. Like it was a huge struggle with seeing so much on social media, because you get so much content like fed to you back to back to back. And so now with the algorithm, it kind of controls what you see. But I had to go to God and pray and say, Lord, help me to stay grounded. I'm with you with the community, the covering, and what was the other C? The
counsel.
I'm with you on all of that. But making sure that God is above all of the voices, and knowing that maybe you will see some things, because social media will sometimes like shape how you think. Mm-hmm. No matter how many people you have around you, if you are consuming too much, it'll start to shape how you think. And so I would say is, first of all, don't consume too much. Do not limit your time on social media. And then unfollow. Mm-hmm. And maybe if you don't want to be as obvious, mute the mute button. It's so easy, unfollow, mute, just so you don't get too many voices in your head.
I agree with you. I had too many voices, and that's what allowed me to become an atheist. My dad's a pastor, and I truly believe having too many voices allows you to be confused, mm-hmm. and confusion creates the unknown, which creates unstableness and chaos. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think it's important that no matter what we do, that's why I love what 10 by 10 is doing, because I'm a former atheist myself and I left the faith. So you gotta make sure that you follow 10 by 10, join the movement, because there needs to be people's faith restored, and they're doing that every day.